Shalom, shalom. This is Apostle Rakar. I'm back with another impromptu video. I say all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. All praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. All praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. By Hashem Rakar Kodash. And this video right here, this is just going to be a quick impromptu. I'm a Lord willing through the Spirit of the Lord. I'm going to try to make this as right to the point as I can. Shalom to all you brothers of the sincere, hopeful elect. And I'm going to call this video The Dark Side. Some have turned to the dark side. Now, it's funny. I'm going to use as an analogy real quick the Star Wars movies, right? When you watch Star Wars and you had the rebels fighting against the evil empire, right? The Galactic Empire, right? And then you had characters in that. The main characters, one of the main characters, right, being Darth Vader. and you had the Emperor. You had the Emperor Palpatine, and you had Anakin Skywalker, right? And Anakin Skywalker, he was on the righteous side. He was with the light, the light side of the Force, the righteous. He started out that way, but he had certain bad qualities in him, primarily being his emotions. Anakin Skywalker, who turned to the dark side and became Darth Vader, he became Darth Vader because his emotions. And the primary thing that turned Anakin Skywalker into Darth Vader, he was emotional over his woman because he was so in love. He was in love, and Yoda and Obi-Wan Kenobi used to always tell him, look, man, your emotions, being too angry is not a good thing either. You know, the dude, he had anger issues, which, you know, some of us, we all have anger issues, but we got to fight that because your anger issues can also get you in trouble. You can cause a lot of chaos. Like me personally, I've always had like anger issues, and sometimes them anger issues have gotten me into trouble, or they could have caused me to get into worse trouble. So anger, like what would Yoda say? Anger, hate, right? Being too emotional, that can get you. Hate, there's nothing wrong with it. The Most High hates. But even that you got to control, because your hate can lead to anger, right? It might be something you hate. Like case in point, you see two homosexuals, you hate it. But then Yahweh Shai said, wait thee upon me. So we can't act on our hate now on things that we want to do, according to the scriptures, which is righteous, but if done out of season, it could be wicked, right? Our enemies, these niggas out here, Esau, the other nations. So all of us have to learn to control our emotions. So Anakin Skywalker in the Star Wars movies, he couldn't control these emotions and his anger. So the Emperor Palpatine, the wicked-ass evil Lord, he used that to his advantage to cause Anakin Skywalker to turn to the dark side, right? Which pretty much what happened when Anakin Skywalker was in the Jedi Order really represents the elect, the righteous, the straight gate, the right path. So he turned aside from that. So he was there with all those other Jedis. Those were his brothers. Those were his elders, his mentors, his brothers. And then he had other younglings and Jedis under him that looked up to him. But his anger and his emotions led him to turn aside, turn on the Jedi Order. And then what happened? When he got with the Emperor, he started to kill the Jedis. He helped them hunt down and kill other Jedis. And he was a Jedi, right? So pretty much that's indicative. So a lot of these scoffers or simple-minded niggas will be like, this nigga up here talking about movies, but we don't care. Man, we don't care about the scoffers, man. We don't care about you scoffers, man. Y'all lost souls anyway. Y'all just lost souls that just want attention. Anyways, yeah, because pretty much, man, the members of the hopeful elect, that's like the righteous Jedi Order. They got all that from the scriptures, man. So when you brothers first come in this truth, you know, we're Jedis, man. You have the Jedi Order, right? But the righteous Jedi Order, the elect of Israel, the righteous men of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. You see what I'm saying? So basically, all the guys that come into this truth, well, you know what the scriptures say? Many are called, but few are chosen. So guys, when you first come in the truth, this light, you got the light side and the dark side. The dark side represents Satan, the spiritual demon Satan, and this world. But the light side represents Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai said, I am the light, right? The light have come on to the world. So we're the servants of Yahweh Shai. So we're of the light. We're of the day. In the daytime, you can see. At night, when it's dark, you can't see. So in the darkness, you can't see. There might be a danger waiting for, there might be a goddamn a coyote, a ravenous coyote waiting for you in the dark, or some wild animal, and you can't see it. But in the daytime, if something's there, you can see it. So the light side is the right side. Anyways, guys that come in the truth, all these guys, I'm going to say guys like Bishop Nathaniel, guys like General Yohana, guys like, what was it, GOCC, the Elder Ricard. Them guys at one time, when they first came in the truth, they was right, they was doing all right. They was on the right side of things. But they have turned aside from the truth. Oh man, the scripture said some have turned aside from the truth. Right? Anyways, right? These guys, how do we know? By the doctrines that they're teaching. Right? Whether it be for money or whether it be for self-preservation. But it's all, once again, I'm going to swing back around to the ultimate thing, what I said. It's all prophecy. It's in the scriptures. What I'm going to read now, these are prophecies. These are things, but these are things that was going on back then 2,000 years ago when the Apostle Paul was on the scene. He saw it, but it was all still prophecy anyway. Dudes were coming in the truth. They would come, they were following after Paul and the other Timothy and the other disciples. But then guys got demons on them, or maybe certain guys might have sold out and they just went off and started going off, what you see now. And it's, like I said, Ecclesiastes 1:9. Everything repeats itself even 2,000 years later. You see now, guys, you had certain guys that came in back into school in One West and then whatever, came in the truth. They was going out to the camp. They was teaching. They were doing videos. Then all of a sudden, Satan got on them. They started wilding out. They started coming against the leadership. They started coming against the doctrine and went off and started teaching other kind of wild, crazy doctrines, man. You see? So a lot of guys, all you guys that fell out the truth or became scoffers or started coming against the brotherhood and the truth, men that you once broke bread with and men that you once followed, you all are nothing but Anakin Skywalkers, man. All you guys, you're nothing but a bunch of Anakin Skywalkers, because if you let your emotions or your anger, because maybe certain brothers got on you, you didn't like it, you got rebuked, or you got kicked, even you guys that got kicked out, if you got kicked out, and for you to get kicked out of GMS, you got kicked out for a reason, man. That meant you already had a evil spirit on you. Because brothers ain't just gonna kick brothers out for no reason. We don't go around just kicking brothers out GMS or out the camps for no reason. First of all, but I'm going to tell you, brothers, something. It's a pattern. If you hear about us suspending certain dudes, now we've had brothers that have got suspended. We might, look, I know for a fact, there were guys that we suspended. That brother, he suspended for 6 months because he already wasn't doing the right things. So we saw that he had spirits on him. You got suspended from GMS, it might be for 6 months, right? Because you was already had demons on you. So anyways, but we know brothers that got suspended and they actually did the whole 6 months and came back after 6 months and came back, Shalom, showed up at the camp. Hey brother, my 6 months is up. I'm gonna get back in there. And they was allowed back in the camp. And them brothers thrived. And after that, they did good. See, but the Lord was with them brothers. But certain guys, maybe their rank got taken or they got suspended and they just automatically turn into a demon. You fuck that, fuck GMS, you wicked niggas. Certain other guys we never even kicked out. The Spirit kicked them out. Certain guys were in the camp and in the camp or whatever. And then all of a sudden one day they called and said, nah, I'm resigning, I'm leaving. And then all of a sudden them guys just became demons, started coming against us. See? Because they gave in to those evil spirits, whatever evil spirits were on them. Yeah, like Anakin Skywalker. Because Satan, the spiritual demon Satan, got in their mind and let them started thinking things that really wasn't happening. You know what I mean? And then they just went off into their own. Or certain guys just get tired. They blame the truth, right? They become offended in Yahweh Shai, like the scriptures say, and they actually blame the gospel for whatever their woman left them, or they might have lost their job, or they catching hell. They don't want to deal with the bitterness of the straight gate, which is Yahweh Shai. They thinking that everything is supposed to be all right and because they get caught up into the world. See? So that's what this is talking about. But let me say this, man. I'm in the book of 1 Timothy 4:1. And this is a prophecy. It happened 2,000 years ago back then. Okay? During the time of Yahweh Shai and afterwards. And then it's happening now. It's been happening since I've been in the truth. I've seen it. I've witnessed it play out. When the year 2000 came, which was 25 years ago, a lot of guys, that was the major exodus out of the truth. You see? You had all those guys from back in 1 West, when the year 2, not all, through the spirit of Yahweh Shai, we hung around. And there were certain other guys that were in the year 2000, but in the year 2000, it was like an empty desert. All I know is this, man. We were still teaching the elders of what you know as GMS today. Okay, Apostle Tahar, Gabal, myself, Apostle Alamla, the bishops in Connecticut, right? We were still teaching. Okay, we wasn't recording and stuff like that at the camp, but we were still going out teaching because that's all we knew what to do. We were gonna hold on. But then I know you had certain other guys that were still doing it out there, and we were surprised at that time. I knew it was an HOI, Zabak and his men. Hey, I'm just telling the truth. You know, we bump heads. We don't see eye to eye with them guys, but hey, we always gave him props and said, hey, in 2000, the only guy we was going out, and the only other guys we knew that was going out was HOI Zabak and his men. They were still out there in 2000. They were still teaching. We know, because that's when we started getting into the internet. We saw that, oh, okay. And back then, that's when we thought we used to give them guys shout outs. But like, hey, that brother's Zabak, hey, Shalom, brother, beautiful. You still out there teaching, He was still out there. So we always give Zabak props for that. Because it's reality. We were there. He started going off on certain other things, but we used to always give him props. He was still going hard. A lot of other guys, and then certain guys would come by the camp, our camp, guys from 1 West that we knew that, hey, Shalom, hey, what's up, man? And we'd be like, hey, brother, you still teaching that? Nah, man, I ain't doing that no more. I ain't doing that no more. I'm just trying to get my life. I'm doing my thing. I had a guy tell me they wasted, look, man, all them years I spent in the school in 1 West, I wasted my life. I had one guy tell me that. A particular guy from 1 West who I knew very well, he was older than me. He was like a top ranking officer. He was a very well-known brother back in 1 West. This guy, I'll say his name, Ra'aymbon. And he was real good in the Hebrew. He's a Benjamite brother, right? Back when he was in the truth, bad dude. Awesome teacher, right? And he was like one of them, point men. He was a discipline. He'll get on you, curse you out. I ran into him years later. And this dude wanted to become a cop, right? He was in the police academy. He was trying to become a cop. No, an auxiliary cop in New York City, right? But anyways, he's like, I wasted my life in that school. I wasted my life, right? But anyways, let me read this. 1 Timothy, he said the whole time, all those years, he was there when I first came in the truth. He was already a top ranking officer. So he might have already been in the school like maybe 5 years or 4 years before I got there, right? And he was like an officer at 10,000, whatever, right? Top, high-ranking officer, right? Anyways, 1 Timothy 4:1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times, the last days, we living in the last days right now. Back then, that wasn't the last days. So this is a prophecy that in the latter times, some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. That's right. And all that goes into a lot of guys that fell out the truth and they started teaching all these wayward, crazy, false doctrines. They departed from the faith. They was in the faith. They was coming to camp or they was doing videos, but all of a sudden they just left and they went back in the world and then they just started teaching all kind of madness, seducing spirits, whatever it might have been. A seducing spirit could come in the form of a woman too. A woman, yeah, why you with them guys? You got to get your life together. You know, them guys are losers. You whatever, or other of your family members or whoever. And doctrines of devil. Then certain guys left the truth and went back into Christianity. You see what I'm saying? Or they left and started coming into their own philosophies of what everything is. Second verse, speaking lies and hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron. You see that? So that's what happens. Meaning a branding iron. Like when you brand an animal with a branding iron, that brand stays, that don't go away. Like a tattoo, it don't go away. That's on you forever. You see what I mean? That's what that's talking about, man. Them demons are seared in your brain. Meaning the Lord gave you over to them spirits and you can't come out of it. And that's what happens. You see what I'm saying? That's a powerful thing to get caught up into, but it's prophecy. That's why you see these different dudes that fell off, or guys that still claim that they're in the truth, but they teaching false doctrines, like even Bishop Nathaniel himself. That's what that's what's happening to him. I'm gonna jump to 7, but this is for you brothers. But refuse profane and all wise fables, and exercise thyself rather unto godliness, meaning the scriptures. Pray to the Lord and stick to what the scriptures say. You see what I'm saying? Stick to what these scriptures say. Stick to the proper doctrine. Like Nate, the hell doctrine. That the mark of the beast is not the MOTB. It is, man. You see what I'm saying? So you brothers, man, this is what brothers need to do, man. Now I'm going to jump down to the 16th verse. Take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine. Continue in them. And in doing this, thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee. See, so that's what you brothers need to do. You sincere brothers of the hopeful elect. All right? That's self-explanatory. So I don't got to do no super deep breakdown on that. Y'all know. That's the Apostle Paul told y'all, man, in the scriptures. Read the scriptures. Stick to the scriptures. Don't try to go up into your own mind of things, man. Now, I'm going to read 1 Timothy 5 and 15. For some are already turned aside after Satan to the dark side. That's going back to the 1 Timothy 4 and 1. You see what I mean? Dudes have already turned aside onto Satan. They gave in to those seducing spirits. You don't want to be caught in that. So that's why when you go back to 1 Timothy 4 and 16, that's right there. Take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine. So pray to the Lord and don't try to go into them seducing spirits, or don't try to go into other shit. Stick to what the scriptures said and pray and call upon the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Also too, like what Nate teaches, then we don't deal with that name of Yahweh Shai. That's not the name. That's Hebrew Ebonics. We don't know that. We'll get the name in the kingdom. The hell doctrine. The mark of the beast is not the RFID microchip. All that madness that them guys are teaching. You see? That's what everything that what the scriptures are covering. That happened to Bishop Nathaniel and all his followers. Even General Yohana, he teaches that the mark of the beast is not the chip. It's an embargo. All this other madness he teaching. And then, yes, ISUPK. Yohana said it. General Yohana, commanding general of all the armies of Israel, he said it's okay to sodomize your woman. Okay, he said all that. It can't be taken back. It's out there in the internet. You said it, right? But anyways, brothers, just Let that be I hope the video was edifying. I just wanted to make them quick points. And I'm going to say shalom to all you brothers of the hopeful elect.